Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm trying to get my sons into fishing every now and then.
We're alive, everybody, just so you know.
Okay. Thank you, Director McCann.
Button over here, but source is unknown as of right now.
Have you seen anything as far as horse activity?
Horse activity?
Yeah, in the equestrian area.
Much. It's been a lot. In fact, actually, I was actually thinking about that. I wonder if we should just get rid of that paddocks, you know. But they're pretty. You mean they paid for it originally?
Yeah,
Yes, that was 20 years ago, right?
yeah,
Who was it? Coors.
of course.
Right. I can't remember the last time a horse was in that paddocks. It's been quite a while.
When I was on our relationship.
It's pretty
Lincolns came together.
Well, that was me and you did that. Yeah, they were fighting pretty bad, but honestly, there isn't much horse activity anymore.
Hi.
Take your haircut.
Another ray of sunshine.
Yeah, look at that. Lots of
See?
yellow. Everywhere you go, you're frightening.
Produce Pride Day.
Say what?
Being proud of my produce.
You stand in the produce aisle.
Sell a lot of lemons that way.
The lemon. Lemon tree,
All of it.
very pretty.
Yeah.
Lemon flowers.
Ready, Jess? Are you ready?
I'm good.
Welcome, everyone, to the July 13th, 2026 Town Board meeting. Would you please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we have done in the past, I will go through in an effort to be ADA compliant. When I say Joe, I am referring to Deputy Supervisor Joe McCann. When I say Ben, I am referring to Councilmember Ben Garvey. When I say Jess, I am referring to Councilmember Jessica Armbrust. When I say Ray, I am referring to Councilmember Ray Razin.
And when we say Chuck, we're referring to our illustrious Supervisor Chuck Snyder.
Thank you, Ray, for clarifying that.
All right.
Next on the agenda, can I have a motion to approve the minutes to the town board meeting for June 22nd, 2026, along with the abstract of claims for dated July 13th, 2026?
So moved.
Motion by Joe, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ben. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is audience one, an opportunity for anyone to address any item on this agenda. If anyone would like to address the board, please come forward and step up to the mic and give us your name and address. Seeing no one, we'll move on to unfinished business. First is some payments to Azar. Can I have a motion to approve the following payments to Azar Design? All are for services rendered from May 30th, 2026 to June 26th, 2026. Payment number 14 in the amount of $19,533.87 for the Shear Avenue Culvert Replacement Project. Payment number 16 in the amount of $27,697.16 for the Cornwall Road Culvert Replacement. And payment number 13 in the amount of $20,710.06 for the Brickley Drive Bridge Replacement project. Funds will be dispersed from line H7 5120.210.
So moved.
Motion by Jess, can I have a second?
I will second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next is the seeker for the Bailey Road project. And we have a little misprint on this, but I will read it as it should say. Can I have a motion to adopt the following state environmental quality review resolution? Resolve that the town board of the town of Aurora declares itself as lead agency with regard to the seeker for the site plan application to install a ground-mounted solar array at 1627 Bailey Road. And further resolved that after consideration, the action stated herein, review of the criteria containing section 617.11, the rules and regulations of the State Environmental Quality Review Act, determines that the action is an unlisted action, and further resolved that the town board of the town of Aurora has determined that this unlisted action will result in no significant adverse impacts on the environment, and therefore an environmental impact statement need not be prepared, and further resolved that a negative declaration is issued with regard to the site plan for a ground-mounted solar array installed at 1627 Bailey Road, East Aurora, New York. Can I have that motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ben, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe, comments or discussion? I just want to let everybody know that I spoke to our building department and our attorney, and changing that wording was approved by all.
Excellent.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And we also have the site plan resolution. Can I have a motion to adopt the following site plan resolution? Whereas Damian Parker has submitted a site plan review application to install a ground-mounted solar array at 1627 Bailey Road, East Aurora, New York, and whereas at their May 6th, 2026 meeting, the Aurora Town Planning Board recommended approval of the site plan, and whereas the code enforcement officer determined this to be an unlisted action under seeker, and the town board found that the project will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts, now therefore be it resolved that the site plan for SBL number 200.00-3-2 at 1627 Bailey Road, East Aurora, New York, to install a ground-mounted solar array is approved by the town board.
So moved.
Motion by Ray, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Jess, comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And we have one more. Can I have a motion to adopt this state quality review resolution as follows? Resolved that the town board of the town of Aurora declares itself lead agency with regard to the seeker for the special use permit to expand the campground operations at 298 Ellicott Road. And further resolved that after considering the action stated herein, reviewing the criteria contained in section 617.11 of the rules and regulations of the State Environmental Quality Review Act, the code enforcement officer determines that the actions are unlisted, and further resolved that the town board of the town of Aurora has determined that these unlisted actions will result in no significant adverse impacts on the environment, and therefore an environmental impact statement need not be prepared. And further resolved that a negative declaration is issued with this regard to the special use permit to expand the campground operations at 298 Ellicott Road, East Aurora, New York. Can I have that motion?
So moved.
Motion by Joe, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ben. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, under new business, can I have a motion to approve the determination that the Village of East Aurora is the
Wait a
lead
second,
agency?
Chuck. We did the seeker. Did we do the special use
Oh,
permit?
thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next is a special use permit. Whereas, can I have a motion to adopt the following resolution? Whereas Neil Hopkins, also known as RNH 298 LLC, has applied for a special use permit for campground operations expansion at 298 Ellicott Road, East Aurora, New York. And whereas the town board of the town of Aurora referred to the special use permit application to the town of Aurora Planning Board for their review and recommendation. And whereas on May 6th, 2026, the planning board voted unanimously to recommend that the town board approve the special use permit, and whereas as an unlisted action under the seeker, the town board found that the project will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts. Now therefore be it resolved that pursuant to Town Code, Chapter 95-2B2 of the Town of Aurora, the Town Board of the Town of Aurora does hereby grant the attached special use permit, including conditions, to Neil Hopkins, also known as RNH 298 LLC, to expand campground operations at 298 Ellicott Road, East Aurora, New York. Can I have that motion?
So moved.
Motion by Jess. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for that, Joe.
No problem.
Next, can I have a motion to approve the determination that the Village of East Aurora is the lead agency for the water system improvement in the Village of East Aurora?
So moved.
Motion by Ben. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe. Comments or discussion? And also, if there's any questions on this document?
Well, I'll ask the obvious. So obviously, the East Aurora, the village is undertaking a study to see exactly what they need to do to repair their water lines. And because the village is wholly within the town, we have to designate that it's okay that they be the lead agency. Have I summarized it fairly accurately?
Fairly accurately.
Sounds good.
Anyone else?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a license to enter Majors Park. Can I have a motion to approve the supervisor to sign the access to allow the DEC to enter Majors Park to treat the hogweed?
So moved.
Motion by Ray. Can I have a second?
Second?
Second by Jess. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a request from Judge Markello. Can I have a motion to approve paying court officers a 3-hour minimum when providing security on court nights?
So moved.
Motion by Joe. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ben. Comments or discussion?
I'm glad we're doing this. I think this is only fair. If you travel all the way out to East Aurora, and these folks are from the
And there was
neighboring communities.
very,
I'm gone.
there was very, very, very few times that they didn't have more than 3 hours or more anyway, so it's really.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
No.
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a request from Dave. Can I have a motion to approve the purchase of a 2027 Slate EV 4x2 pickup truck for $25,499.99? It will require a $300 deposit in order to be paid out of DB 5130.217 with a delivery date of sometime in 2027, which will be determined after the deposit is paid. And the remainder will be paid out of DB 5130.217 in the 2027 budget.
So moved.
Motion by Jess. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comment or discussion?
Can't wait to see this puppy. I think it's a cool thing.
So,
$25,000 for a...
yeah, so I just want to make sure it's clear, the reason I brought it to the board now, we're actually not purchasing this till 2027, is I need to pay the $300 deposit. So, regardless of it being whatever drivetrain, for many years since I started, we used to order plain Jane pickups with roll-up windows and not a single radio, nothing, and I've been complaining for years that the manufacturers have lost the sight of work trucks. So, I give this company credit. They finally are delivering what a lot of us have been asking for, and that means just a plain vehicle that frankly will run it into the ground. We usually keep our trucks 12, 14 years, and they don't need the bells and whistles. So When you look at the comparables that I provided, like a Ford Maverick, it's a four-door pickup with air conditioning, cruise control, everything that you can imagine you want, but we don't want that. We just want a plain pickup that can get filthy and do the job. So,
Is
yes.
this a full-size pickup?
No, it's not. It's a very small one, actually.
Okay.
It would be similar to the Ford Mavericks. When we look at what we need for usage, it has a 200-mile range. And even if we didn't plug it into our Class 2 charger we already have, even if we just plugged it into the wall, it would regenerate enough power overnight for what we use. We only average about 15 miles a day with the Parks trucks. As you can imagine, we just stay in town. So for this, the slate claims that we'll save $1,000 a year in fuel and $600 in maintenance. I'm not really sure about all that. It just comes down to the fact that this is the best deal for our taxpayers. It has a warranty that's actually even better than the major manufacturers. It has a 4-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and a 10-year 100,000-mile battery warranty. So right now, my oldest pickup, the one that we'd be selling, only have 73,000 miles on it, and it's basically, we're going to get $500 for it. So this should stay warranted. So that would be the biggest concern. So I can't find a negative. I think it's what's best for the taxpayer. I think we're excited to have it. It'll tow 2,000 pounds, which is what we need to tow a zero-turn mower. It'll hold 1,000 pounds in the bed. Again, this is a pickup that's not meant for highway where we're hauling a lot. It'd be weed whackers, blowers, snow blowers. I say give it a shot. I get the procurement's a little difficult on this, but I think that the state, everybody's running into this with this manufactured buying. But I think there's no way you can even bid this because there's no apple to apple. And it is the cheapest vehicle in America right now. So
And it's still a half-ton truck.
it can hold a half ton. That's correct. It is small though, Chuck. It is going to be kind of funny looking.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's definitely we're going to be definitely, a lot of people are going to notice when we get this on the road.
And what you left out that I looked into, 100% designed, all parts, all manufactured, all in the United States.
Yes.
Every scrap of this vehicle
Yeah.
is made in the United States.
So it's actually, it's basically a big golf cart. So we're paying to have it wrapped in red because it only comes in gray. Again, the whole stick is it's the minimum of what you need to go down the road. And frankly, that's what our Parks Department needs. So it will look like a Town of Aurora pickup, but it will be rather small. But it's all they need. And I can't find a negative, especially with the warranty and the price. So thank you for. And then I know Ben mentioned something about this might help us with our climate smart.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that that's an
Yeah.
electric vehicle because updating your fleet is.
I think I told you I'm tempted to order two because it's literally two for the price of one. But I think we'll get the first one and see how it works out. But honestly, if it's successful, I mean, for just the laborers for our departments, it's a really good alternative. It's not, going to be for plowing snow or doing anything like that, but for just transportation to jobs, it looks like this is a win-win. So thank you for supporting it.
Sounds like a good-
Great, thanks.
Thanks for
Any other comments?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a request from Kathleen. Can I have a motion to approve establishing a capital project H2-NY Forward, West Falls Improvements, and to record an interfund loan in the amount of $10,000 from the general fund balance? This loan will be repaid in full by December 31st, 2026, without interest. Repayment of the loan will be made from reimbursement proceeds received through the New York Forward Grant.
So moved.
Motion by Ben,
Second.
second by Joe. Comments or discussion? And this is, just so everybody knows, this is to be used for the three projects that the town has going on in West Falls there, the playground, the library, and the Veterans Park.
Yeah, get a budget line going so we have a way
The
to
budget line going, we're
spend
going
money.
to have some
Yeah.
very small expenses coming up here soon, so.
Makes sense.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is a budget transfer from Jeannie. Can I have a request I'm sorry, can I have a motion to approve transferring $1,000 from line A1410.4013, town clerk part-time contractual, to line A1410.401, town clerk office supplies, to prevent a shortage?
So moved.
Motion by Ray. Can I have a second?
Second?
Second by Jess. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Another budget transfer from Kathleen. Can I have a motion to approve transferring $1,500 from line A1950, taxes and assessments, to line A1910, unallocated insurances, to correct an overdrawn appropriation account?
So moved.
Motion by Joe, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ben. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And lastly, can I have a motion to approve surplusing an Epson Stylus NX415 printer from the Senior Center, Town of Aurora, number 2106. Printer's over 10 years old and will not need a replacement.
So moved.
Motion by Jess, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. Comments or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is communication and reports. I have the following, all from June of 2026. I have the supervisor's report, town clerk's report, tax collector's report, the water fee collection report, dog control report, building department report, building permit issued report, certificates of compliance/occupancy issued in June of 2026, the senior center report, the East Aurora Police Department report, and along with that, I have work orders and requisitions and complaints from our highway department and our rec department. Next is business from board members, and we'll start with Deputy Supervisor McCann.
Thank you, Supervisor Snyder. Just one thing, we set a date for our first deer task force meeting. I've been reading a lot, and I actually got some data from the New York State Department of Health, and it is shocking, the number of ticks that are testing positive for a variety of diseases. Not just Lyme disease, but that one that makes you allergic to red meat and all kinds of nasty, nasty things. So we are definitely going to get moving forward on that and get some resolution and work with our friend Ryan Rockefeller from the DEC. So that's what I have.
Thank you. Ben?
Great, yeah. So final numbers for Scoot Around June are in. We had 109 participants that logged 1,621 miles. We diverted over 1,400 pounds of greenhouse gas emissions as a result of that. And I do have to say, I'm very proud to be part of something where we had the town government, the village government come together with residents, businesses, and everyone to kind of pitch in to recognize and promote a community that values transportation being walkable, bicycle friendly, environmentally sustainable. So it was really cool to see all of that come together. Also kind of along those same lines, Supervisor Snyder and I met with Go Bike Buffalo last week regarding the creation of an active transportation plan for the town of Aurora. Go Bike Buffalo is they gather community input, they assess existing transportation infrastructure, they identify a priority list of actions that can be taken to create a more pedestrian and bicycle-friendly transportation system. Then they tailor recommendations to align with grant feasibility and availability to make sure that their recommendations are achievable. They have the ability to set up temporary measures to test implementation of traffic changes, so striping lines and roads, bike lanes, things like that. And then they collect data regarding that impact. And they're currently going to be creating a proposal for the town of Aurora to get started down this path, to start to take a look at where we can go with that. Then on top of that, we also have the Dare to Repair Cafe. It's going to be coming Thursday, August 27th. So mark that in your calendars. It's going to be at the Town of Aurora Senior Center from 4:30 to 7:30. They request that you pre-register for the event so that they can tailor the people that come to what needs to be fixed, because they've got different fixtures that they bring in and different materials that they bring in. But you can get your broken items fixed for free, and the East Aurora Rotary Club will be there accepting bicycle donations as well to support the cause. So it's going to be a pretty cool event.
Well, the cool thing about that too is you get to participate, so you get
Mm-hmm.
to see and touch and learn along with whoever's repairing your appliance or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they lean into. They want to teach you how to
Correct.
do it as well, which
Yeah.
is pretty neat. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
That's it.
Jess?
We had a very robust meeting about the Going Places van earlier this month, and we'll be talking about that in the next work session, I believe. But it's fantastic to see the engagement with the county. I think we've got a lot of good opportunity there. There's also been a lot going on that I think many of us have participated in potential partnership with our village administration, with the Blue Zone meetings last week, and then today there were the Downtown Revitalization Initiative review people. Anyway, that was great, and along with that, we got to take a peek upstairs at the courts in Village Hall, and so I appreciate Supervisor Schneider's work there. It's nice to see that in person, and it's a much necessary upgrade. Thank you.
Ray?
Yeah, kind of a non-update update on compost. Supervisor Snyder did sign our letter of intent. They acknowledged receipt on Friday and then asked for an update on availability. I replied, and as of right now, I haven't heard back from them. So we want to move forward on that as quickly as possible, get started this summer, so.
I'm excited to participate in that. I think it's going to be really cool.
I do too. And that's really it.
I have a few things. First of all, the 3rd of July, I just want to say the parade and the festivities, everything went along great. I want to thank Chris for all of his hard work, and Megan, and Chief Welch, and Dave with the Highway Department, and the Village DPW. Everybody worked right together, and it really was a great event. I think there was record crowds there myself, but I don't know. That's just my observation. So great job to all. And as far as the July 4th event, I had checked my weather station weather.com that I use often, and it said 86% chance of rain and lightning. And so I canceled that, but there were still a few people that came around, and they had a ceremony, and I appreciate that, and good for them. And let's see, part of that ceremony was going to be locking the time capsule. And so obviously that didn't happen then, but we will be placing the time capsule in the downstairs display case this Thursday, July 16th at 10 o'clock. It'll just be a short little ceremony, nothing elaborate like that other one was going to be. It was kind of a shame. But that time capsule contains some really neat things. It's got yearbooks from our elementary for 2026, actually 2027 it would be. So yearbooks from our elementary, our middle school, and our high school, that will be in there, and it'll be 2026. And it's got a $2 bill, which we might not see many of those, and it's got a penny in it, which we probably won't see any of those in 50 years when we open that up. And one of the neatest things it's got is Megan sent around to the elementary and middle school just a questionnaire to ask those students it was worded something like this: what does Independence Day mean to you? And we got, I don't know, gosh, at least 50 responses back there, and it was really pretty cool what they said and what they thought Independence Day meant to them.
I have to assume, Supervisor, you were asked to come up with the money for the time capsule, seeing as you contributed $2.01.
Put a voucher in for it. And let's see, I had a meeting with Waste Management. A representative will be attending the next meeting that we have on the 27th to address everything, all questions, and that's coming right up. The new rollout date is August 27th, so,
Oh, so moved up a little bit.
yeah, so,
Ugh.
okay. And let's see, and I had the honor of presenting a proclamation to the Garden Club along with Mayor Luke Wyszynski. It was a very nice ceremony. I do have to say, I never realized there was that many people in the Garden Club. And on top of that, I knew many of them. But it's their 100-year anniversary? No. Yeah, it's their 100-year anniversary, and, it was great. It was wonderful. That's all I have. Audience 2, an opportunity to address the town on any topic they'd like. Please step up to the mic and give us your name and address and let us know your thoughts. Seeing no one, staff reports. We'll start with Highway Superintendent Dave Gunner.
I actually don't have anything.
Chief Welch?
I'm just trying to figure this out.
More
Over at the
snap-
police
it
department.
snaps in.
You guys went over July 3rd's events. Those events went pretty well. I think it was our longest parade ever. But we got through it after a few breakdowns. I know the Zamboni broke down on South Grove Street, which caused a little log jam. But next up is the sidewalk sales. We're planning for that. There is a new permitting process with the DOT, so we're getting better as we go with that. It's just a little bit more complicated. This month, I have one retirement. Late next month, I have a second retirement, and the police clerk retires the month after. So we're busy conducting interviews and coming up with candidates to recommend to replace those positions. Tomorrow, Mayor Wachensky has organized a group of villagers, I guess you could say, to go to Niagara-on-the-Lake and meet with their local government and talk with them about how they do things at Niagara-on-the-Lake and get ideas for East Aurora. So I'm going with that crew of people tomorrow to do that. I have received verbal confirmation from legislator Lindsay Larigo that she's going to have some funding secured for a couple of e-bikes for the police department. We currently still have pedal police bikes, so we'll have 2 e-bikes in the near future. We've been enforcing new speed limits on Luther and Snyder Road. And then lastly, we're putting together plans for a national night out. We haven't done this in probably 15 years, but National Night Out, it's a national sponsored event for community, police, first responder relations, and that'll be held on August 4th from 6 to 9 at Hamlin Park.
Awesome.
And that's all I have. Everybody's invited to come cook hot dogs and hand out free stuff as long as I can procure it between now and then.
Yeah, great. Assistant Code Officer Miga?
I don't have anything to offer tonight, thank you, though.
Okay. Rec Director Chris Saban?
Thank you. I'd like to reiterate some things that Chuck said about July 3rd. So if you have a chance, please thank our special events coordinator, Megan Tent. She is the only person I will not complain to about that day. She was at that park from morning till night, did a fantastic job. Day camp's going great. Big thanks to Allie Dixon, who is our camp director out at West Falls, JP Nicely Park there. So she pretty much runs the show out there almost by herself. So she's been doing a great job, and Megan and I do pop in and check on her. I know Jess mentioned the senior van. It's going to be moving over to the senior center, and dispatch is going to Erie County. On a personal note, it's been just an absolute honor to be running that program since the day I got here. The relationships that I had formed for the last 12 years with a lot of these seniors is something that's really special and really fits in with our department's thought of a quality of life department. So it's been great. So I know Donna is going to do a fantastic job with it, as she does with everything with the seniors out here. And I know it'll be a large change for the seniors in terms of dispatch going to Erie County. Community pool, there's some good stuff and there's some tough stuff going on. So the tough stuff is we did have an acid leak come out there, and we had the fire department come and take care of it, and then we did have to have a hazmat team come and take care of that. So everything is fine now. The great stuff is Erie County did come out and do their annual assessment there. They are always very impressed by the professionalism of our lifeguards and staff out there. I do want to give a quick shout out to Parker Nagy, who has had the first and only rescue of the season. Did a great job. The girl was totally fine, able to get back in the pool and swim a little bit later. So big thanks to them. Last thing with the community pool too is we are going to do a, forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, Chuck, because I know you and I talk. It's a recommemorative or rededication.
Yep.
Rededication. 60 years ago, we built this pool. Big thanks to Kiwanis and the Rotary Club for all their help. So there's going to be a dedication this Saturday at 11 a.m. out at the community pool. So if you're available, pop on out and say hi. That's all.
Thanks, Chris. CBA Chair Paul Ernst.
I have nothing, but I'd like to say great job with the parade to all who helped organize that. It was a really great parade.
CBA member Rod Simeo.
Oh, nothing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Joe, can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Dave.
Guess I got to
We are in the throes of summer, isn't this great?
Chuck made, so thank you for this. This was your policy? It's awesome.
I still
And
have.
Chris, my son's loving swim lessons out there. He's digging it. Okay, yeah, please do.
Would you feel